Welcome to Unit 3, Test-Taking Strategies Before the Exam. In this unit, we will discuss some test-taking strategies to be used with your students before the exam. Now that we have gone through the types and purposes of assessment, what makes a good exam, types of exam questions, and how to write strong exam questions that match learning objectives, it's time to discuss how to prepare students for testing success. These strategies can be employed for both internal and external assessments. As a teacher, there are many ways to support your students' understanding. I am sure you have all been through various trainings on teaching and assessing strategies to boost student learning. One particularly helpful learning strategy is called retrieval practice. According to the research from cognitive scientist Pooja K. Agarwal, retrieval practice, also sometimes referred to as the testing effect, is a strategy in which bringing information to mind enhances and boosts learning. Deliberately recalling information forces us to pull our knowledge out and examine what we know. This strategy focuses on getting the information out of students' minds instead of pushing more information in. While this may be new terminology for you, I guarantee that you practice this in your classroom. Have you ever started your lesson by asking, "Who can remember what we discussed in class yesterday?" Have you ever stopped mid-lesson to ask students specific questions about what they are learning? What about giving students a quick low-stakes quiz with immediate correction after teaching a specific topic? Have you had students practice recalling information through using flashcards? These are all examples of retrieval practice. Research has proven that when we recall information that we have learned, the connections holding that information in our brains are strengthened. The more often you're forced to recall the information, the more permanent it becomes, moving information from short-term to long-term memory. It's similar to the use it or lose it concept. If we put new information into the brain, but never ask for it to be recalled, it's highly unlikely to stay in the memory for very long. One key point of distinction for retrieval practice is that it needs to guide students to get the information they have learned out. Reading over their classroom notes will not do this. Listening to the teacher repeat information 3, 4, 5 times will not do this. Giving a thumbs up or thumbs down when asked if they understand will not do this. Students need to be given the opportunity to express the ideas they have learned, typically through speaking or writing. Constructing lesson plans that include intentional retrieval practice will boost student readiness for exams. It's also a useful tool to teach students to do on their own, making flashcards for terminology, dates, and names, writing out information they have learned without using their notes, expressing the information out loud, either to a friend or through recording their voice. There are countless ways to implement this evidence-based strategy.